Hello everyone, it's my full guide on Undecember Endgame. I'll explain the chaos statues, the compendiums, the void rifts, the charms, the relics and so on, but also sum up every daily and weekly that you need to do. I'll start this guide with the chaos statue, which is right here, and you'll be able to launch maps with the chaos cards. It can be white, blue, yellow or even legendary if you have them. When you complete a card, it will give experience to your chaos statue and you'll be able to level it up. When you do that, you have additional bonuses. You can click on the chest right here and you have the full bonuses if you wish to have a look. Additionally, you'll unlock charms and compendium items. There's still a few things that you need to understand about the chaos statue. The first one is that you can level up the yellow card. For example, if I take this one, I will identify it, and then you need to click right here. It's not very easy to find, but it's just at the left corner. So I click here and I just have my yellow card displayed. Because as I explained, you can only level up this one. So I will put this one and then I go for my inventory and put the darkness energy. Since it's a tier 2 card, I can only put it to level 2. So I will grow and the monsters will have +2 monster level. So more drop, more difficulty, more experience and so on. Lastly, on the yellow cards you can add a resonance stone. It will make it more harder, you'll find a specific boss inside and so on, but it can be of course very interesting for the drop and experience. So if I put this one, you'll have it just here, and if I try for example on a blue card, you'll see that it's not possible, you cannot put this one. So you have the card tier, the level of the card and the level of the chaos statue, which is taken into account during your maps. Also, if you find the case, you'll be able to face the last boss from the Act 10, much powerful and will be only for the ultra endgame characters. So you also have the daily mission right here. It's very important to every time choose a daily mission before doing the maps. Because first you'll get the reward from the selected mission and additionally you get the rewards if you complete a line. Make sure to click on the reward because they won't be given to you automatically. You can do 5 missions per day, and if you do 10 dungeons, if you complete 10 dungeons you'll be able to do 6. If you complete 20 dungeons you'll be able to do 7 at the max. You can also check the cards that you have for the daily mission, but the most convenient way is that if you select a mission, you'll have these double arrows which indicate that it's a daily mission card. You just need, when you go on the dungeon, to check out for the card with this double arrow in order to complete the daily mission that you selected. So now I'll explain the compendium. It's not very easy to understand how it works, especially if you just started the endgame. The first thing, you can unlock plenty of regions of areas, and you can either do this option if you don't wish to farm a specific area. That's why in my case I unlock the bonuses for each of them. If you wish to focus a specific area, for example on the plains, I am level 2 and I have more chance to have this buff. So I go from 0.5 to find pre-root to 1% and so on. Then when you get your chaos status level 10 you have another line just here, and if you do it at level 18 you'll have the third line unlocked for your region. Growing a region will ask you to use the star crystal. They are not easy to find except in the void rifts, that's why I'll explain now how they work. So the void rift NPC is very important because the rewards are just crazy. So you need to click on this guy and then you'll be able to face bosses harder and harder. Of course you'll get a reward if you reach a certain level, for example like that. But also every time that you manage to kill a boss, or 2 bosses if there are 2, you'll get gold and material. So it's important to always do them. You have 20 days, that means that you can go back to the void rift once you level up your character. Before explaining you more stuff about the endgame, there is 2 activities which are important to do. You should already know them, but I'll still explain them a bit in details. The first one is the Spire of Barrier. It's very important to do it once per day because you'll get the chest and with a lot of gold, especially if you are running in chaos difficulty. Of course, if you're not yet around level 70, you can still be in hard, but just do it once per day. The second one is the raid. You need to do it once for each raid from Monday to Wednesday, and a second time again for each raid from Thursday to Sunday. So just a sum up of what you need to do every day and week. The first one, of course, the chaos dungeon, the daily mission. If you want to push a bit, you can do the 20 dungeons. You get the 7 dailies and of course more if you have the time. Then, we're still on daily basis, you need to go at the Spire of the Barrier and to go the farthest possible. From Monday to Wednesday, at least one of each red, and from Thursday to Sunday also one of each red. Lastly, every 20 days make sure to push the highest possible your Void Rifts and to go back to this activity when your character gains power. So now I'll explain the charm system, which you can just find here. And first you have a color and a number. The highest number, and if you have a rare charm, it will give you more points in the breakpoint of the set. That means, for example, with my charm level 4, which is a rare one, you'll have 16% of Alyssa's blessing. If I go to my blue one level 1, I'll just have 5% of blessing, which is of course very less interesting. But if I do the math, I have 21%. That means that I have my first breakpoint at 20%. It will give me 28% of barrier. Also, you should consider the base effect of the charm. For example, this one gave me plus 31% of elemental damage, that's why it's interesting to have it in the meantime. Every charm got a shape, that's why you can only put the selected charm in the selected shape. If I click on this one, I can just put it here. And you'll always have the same slot name. For example, it's Mercy just here. And if I take this one, it's Vigor, and this one is Generosity. Lastly, the first name, Alyssa, will be the name of the set. I'll end up this video with the relic system. You can just click on the V hotkey on your keyboard, and then you have a few things to understand. The first one is that the level of your relic does not automatically match the level of your avatar. That's why when your relic gains a level, you need to click on your avatar and then level up. If you don't do that, you won't be able to equip the skills which are just here. Then there's two buttons, and you need to be cautious about them. First one here, it will transform your experience into a material which will give you back energy to your relic. So it's this material here. That means that you take the accumulated experience in order to craft this material. Because your relic will lose energy over time, and once you don't have enough energy, you won't be able to cast it. Be careful because it's the same resource as the experience for our relics. That's why if I click on the relic grow, I will be using the light of life. That means that you can either choose to craft the material or to get experience for your relic. Lastly, for the skills, it's easy. You just need to choose something which match your build, and you'll unlock specific skills with the level of your avatar. Thanks for watching this video. I hope the endgame of Undecember will be much clearer for you, and as usual, if you have any question on this topic, feel free to use the comment on YouTube. Bye bye!